Hi, hello, and welcome to another TRPG, that's TEA TRPG tabletop role-playing show. I am Nikki, I'm co-creator here at TTRPG, and I am super pumped for us to be playing Avatar Reclamation, our Avatar Legends actual play, where it's just like Avatar, except for we get to say fuck, and all of our characters are adults. So, Riley, I'll let you take it from there.
Hi, welcome. This is very exciting. Let's just do a round robin and do some introductions, characters, names, player names, and just say hi. Just get everybody in the mood. Just be like, hi. For instance, hi, I'm Riley. Pronoun she, her. I'm on the internet, and it's too much sometimes. So, Ellis, take it away.
Thank you, Riley. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. My name is Ellis Smith. I use they, them pronouns. Today I am playing Shoza, who, in terms of nationality or heritage, is a Fire Nation firebender. But we'll learn more about them and how that what that means to them and how that differs a little bit. Important note, their twin may or may not be also playing with us somewhere in this lineup. I'll let you find that out in your own time. You can follow me on Twitter at Heckbetica, where I talk about TTRPGs and UI, UX design, stuff like that. Cool. And I will pass it over to Glyza. Go for it.
Hello, I am Glyza. I am the third culture kid of your nightmares. I am a podcast host. I am a writer. I'm a TTRPG player. I've said this so many times, and it's going to take a long time. You know what? I'm just gonna tell you guys about it later if I have another chance. But follow me on bio.link/classical Glyza for everything that I'm on. But one thing that I really want to announce is January 23, Dragon Day. It's going to be here, and it's going to be dragons, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight for my birthday, and we're going to be helping out the Children's Burn Foundation to help birth survivors from 0 to 18. So keep an eye out for that. January 23. Oh, and I'll be playing Fior. Pronouns he, him. Also, Glyza, she, they. Thank you. Oh, and pass it on, too. Honey.
Can everyone hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. Hello, everybody. I am Honey, aka Honey and Dice. I run games, I play games, I do other stuff with TTRPG games and a lot of charity work, but this is not about me today. I am going to be playing Mindia from the Water Tribe. Fun fact, I've never seen a single episode of Avatar. And I am very excited to be here.
We love this for you.
Jay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nala, or Jay. You can find me on Twitter at NalaWoo or at NalaDraws if you like art. Today I am playing Choyu, who uses they, he pronouns. And
Nikki, bring it on home. Oh, no, Jay, finish.
Oh, I was just going to nominate the next person.
Perfect.
It's me. So again, really? I am Nikki. I have failed to update Nightbot, so I only have Nightbot commands for me and Ellis right now. I am a 5th grade teacher as well as an LGBTQ and disability advocate for teachers and a group facilitator. Today I am playing Junsho, and who uses she, her pronouns. She is also from the Fire Nation, and she is Shoze's sister. And did I remember that Ellis was wearing round glasses? No, I did not remember that Ellis's glasses are round. So accidental twinsies. That's it.
This from a woman who once used my name for a character she was playing.
I straight up stole your name. That's not even your name. It's mine now.
I had to get rid of it. I picked up Ellis afterwards. I was like,
what kind of fey bullshit is this?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Basically, yes.
All right, so let's set the scene a little bit. It is 105 years after the air nomad genocide. Light topic to open us up on. The Great War has finally come to an end. With the help of the Avatar and his esteemed fellows, peace has been restored. Or at least, so we think for the time being. It's been a few years since the war, and a lot of the nations of the world are finally beginning to pull themselves back together. The Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation are still working out how to return and figure out how to deal with the Fire Nation's colony's place in the world, what that will become. The Southern Water Tribe is beginning their rebuilding efforts after a minor revolt and concern about who and how that process should be done and include. The Fire Nation itself is now led by the former Prince, Zuko, heading up the rebuilding efforts, and several fans of Avatar Aang are slowly but surely forming a fan group. And this is canon. I'm not making this up. It is the official Avatar Aang fan club. That is its canon name. That is how the Air Acolytes originally formed. They all formed a fan club, and then Aang was like, hey, this is a little cringe. How about I teach you how to properly honor like the Air Nomad Society? And then they do. Like, that is how it occurs in canon. We probably won't touch on it much, but I wanted to get out there that actually happens. But where we find ourselves and where we find our specific crew, for lack of a better word, is in the skies over the ocean. And where I wanted to start out on is headed towards, actually, that's not where I wanted to start. Where I wanted to start is entering into a port city with a somewhat seedy reputation and renowned for the less than reputable types hanging around it. It's a place where you can get a proper lead on things. So what I wanted to do, if it's amenable to all of you, is start there and have you each introduce your character walking into this establishment and how they would do that. So who would be the first to walk in of our group, do you think? Thoughts from anyone?
Jose?
Yeah, I was like, I'm looking at the twins here. Yeah, Shoza, is it you?
I mean, so, coming down the gangplank of our airship, I assume so. There's, I guess, airships are sort of commonplace. So, would there be structure to like facilitate this, or did we just like land in the middle of a street somewhere?
I'm assuming that the airship has been landed outside the city limits, and we'll sort of get to that a little later.
Okay.
And we're just walking
into the city from here.
We all did skydiving to get.
Yeah. Y'all just did the hero jump off.
Yeah, cut to Sheza just jumping off of a no. Yeah. Cool. So walking into this town, we see a Fire Nation person. They are in red. With like gold trim, but it is in no way like fancy or immaculate. All of their clothes are like a little torn, a little rough, less like necessarily like from impoverishment, more from like this person is constantly doing physical stuff and clothes can only survive so much. They are fairly broad, of about an average height, huge, just like biceps, muscles, but all very kind of like soft. long black hair with an additional like top, like singular like top bun, and straight bangs, and they are walking into this town, this seedy, town, just greeting everyone. Hey, how's it going? All right, cool. Do you need help with? You don't need help with that? Okay, that's all right. Hi. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Literally everyone you're looking at is like just stony faced, looks at you and is just like non-responsive.
Oh, a little stony face here in the Earth Kingdom. I like it. How's it going? What's up, everybody? If there's any food anywhere, if there's like a stall, even with like rancid cabbages, Shazza just stops at it. And it's like, oh, this is nice. Good produce. I like this. This is looking good. How much are these going for?
And the cabbage merchant just very carefully takes it out of your hands and just says, not today, not today, not today.
Oh, God. You can never find great cabbages in the Earth Kingdom. I feel like the merchants are always just so, I don't know, they're on edge for some reason.
And who might be bringing Shoza back from dealing with that? Who might be walking them away from that interaction or trying to get them back on track?
I feel like Jinsha would make it worse, so... She's actually the one who's caused trouble with the cabbage merchant. Yeah. Shoza was just there.
Sorry.
Fiora is just gonna come in with the that energy of like when in a saloon and then the doors go wide open and it's like, hey, the party is here. That is the Fiora party energy that's coming in and it's like, what's up, y'all? To every single one. And if you can imagine Fiora just sort of like cartwheeling around and just saying hello to people. He's basically a clown. There's a clown, and it's amazing. And they're like, Shoji, let's go. Keep walking. Come on. We have stuff to do.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, yeah. Those are great, though.
Cabbage, dude.
Those are great cabbages. You don't need to worry about those at all.
I picture after the doors like swing open and Fiora's like coming in and then the doors are like flapping shut and then I'm just standing there like right behind Fiora.
The doors flap open, Fiora enters, the door flap close, and then door opens again. Suddenly there's you.
Yeah, I'm just standing there like, oh, okay. And Choyu is about, I think I said I'm 5'9", and I have long, dark, wavy hair. It's a little messy, and it falls about to my waist, so it's very long. And I'm wearing pretty much what I'm wearing now, like very like earthy tones. I have this nice red shawl and jewel tones. And I'm wearing just like normal leather sandals. I'm pretty quiet, and I'm just gonna like follow Fiora, and I'm like, I look a little a little uncomfortable with how loud everyone's being, but I'm just gonna follow Fiora in.
As you two are like are entering into this, like we'll say like tea shop, Shoza, having been like called to attention, I think just like puts a massive arm around you, Chiyu, and like just like leads you in, like, okay, what do you think about this place? It's pretty nice, right? It's not, it's nice to get off the ship at least, right?
Yeah, it's nice. I like tea.
It's nice. We get a look around the room. The camera sort of pans out. It is decidedly not nice. It is like very decrepit, very poorly taken care of. There's like a broken table in the corner. Everybody here is like polishing a knife or like has an evil look in their eye. It is decidedly like the opposite of nice, which makes like Choyu's whole nice. It's nice, like even better.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'm just trying to stick near Fiora.
Fiora is gonna look at Choyu and it's like, my love, do you want me to buy you some tea?
Oh, sure.
Which Thanks. I don't really drink tea, but which tea do you like?
Green tea.
The green. All right. And then I go straight to the bartender, I guess.
Yeah.
The tea bender.
The tea
Bender.
Yeah.
The
It is
finest green tea that you have.
okay. And this man who is just built like a Hulk and is quietly polishing like a small teacup with a dirty rag, just like very gently sets it down and kicks off the lid of like a barrel in the corner and then just very gracefully and elegantly bends tea out of that into the cup. And then just daintily, like this is a hulking brute of a man, just daintily like hands it to you. Be careful with the fine china.
Of course. And then Fior with flourish would turn to Toyu and like on his knees would be like, "My love, here is some tea for you."
Choyu is like gesturing at you like, get up, this is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. And I take the tea and I'm looking for a place to sit down.
Yeah, there's one table sort of off to the side with the nicest looking person in the room, who's this very relaxed gentleman with dark hair and a silver line through his hair. That sort of like front right sort of deal talking about. Also, I just want to acknowledge something that's been said in chat. Someone says this definitely has Waffle House energy. I just want to canonize that. Like, yes.
This is the Waffle House.
This is the Avatar.
But it's the tea house.
Yeah.
It's just tea house. Open 24/7.
Mickey and Honey, I imagine you two would be walking in sort of last, yeah? Okay. Do you want to do your entrances then?
Yeah, so Junsho is really tiny. Like everything that Chose is, she is not. She's very small and thin, but also has straight bangs, freckles. She wears little round glasses and little fun buns, and is wearing a pink top with a high neck, and a like maroon dark purpley red skirt, and her bag, she's got a bag that is like way too big, like she shouldn't be carrying. It's like a duffel on her that she has to carry because she has all of her tools and stuff in it. And when she sees that we're going to a tea shop, she pulls out a very specific notebook that has like a tea leaf on the front, and pulls that out with a pen because she takes notes of all the different tea places she goes to. And when she walks in, she just kind of like looks around and takes a couple of notes and then finds her group and skips over and orders some tea.
Fair enough. And how might Nimia enter this rather chaotic energy?
So Nimbia has left the airship. She carries a basket, a very elaborately woven basket, and she will stop by, little vendors and so on, very kindly get a few vegetables here or there, and just by the force of her personality, there's nothing threatening. Even at the cabbage merchant, "Oh, my poor man, I am so very, very sorry. It is okay. It is okay. They are relatively harmless." And this is a very tall and statuesque woman. Nimbia stands at about 6'2". She's got a sleek and defined musculature that has that minimal curves, but definitely looks like she has a daily workout routine. She has dark brown skin and often wears her arms out, mainly for comfort. But there's a lot of scarring all the way down her arms, her biceps and forearms, and she's got elaborate dark blue and silver inspirational scriptures that have been tattooed along the scars to try to cover them up. Her eyes are light brown. She has this thick curly black hair that's currently braided back out of her face and covered with a white veil, shawl-like combo. And her type of daring is that no matter where they go, she's always wearing a light blue or white color and never gets it dirty. And so this very tall, statuesque woman is just like, my dear, can I have some of the cabbages for myself? They will make very good. I can get them to fermenting. It's good for the digestion of the crew.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Oh, you've got a lot different energy than and just like looks over directly at the Dembo and then quietly hands you a cabbage, like making direct eye contact with them.
Thank you so much. How much is it?
Oh. Huh. Well, I've never had somebody ask for a sale. Mainly, I just keep getting my cart destroyed. So,
Oh my dear. How about this? I will bring you some before we leave. I will make sure to bring you a jar of what I have preserved so that you know what the future state of your produce will be.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love that. Thank you.
Okay. There's a pause. I think it has been at least 2 or 3 minutes before I have been with the group, and now I am afraid that something may happen, like a fire or something, so I must go.
Yeah, I understand that. Thank you.
You are welcome. And then she quickly moves off to the tea house and sort of opens the door slowly.
Yeah,
Closes the door.
Yep.
Opens it back up. At seeing Fior on the ground. Fior, yeah. You are going to get the dirty stuff on your knees, and who is going to wash it? Eh? Who is going to wash it? Get off of the floor. This one already knows you are in love.
All right. And then I just stand up and sort of like slide closer to Choyu and it's like, she's mean today.
I'm gonna put my arm around you, and I'm just gonna guide us over to the table, and I'm going to sit you down, and then I'm gonna go around to the other side of the table and sit down, and I'm gonna take my tea and just look at you and sip it and say thank you.
As soon as the two of them sit at this table, Shoza gets up from a completely different table where a bunch of people have just been glaring at them and go, oh, we're sitting over here. Okay, my bad. I just thought, okay, yeah.
Nimbia is just... Okay. This is why we don't leave the boat that often. We go 1 or 2, not everybody at once. But no, we have to have a family outing. Who was the one that said we have to have a family outing? Now we are probably not going to leave here without being shanked. And I am not in the mood for fighting today.
I just thought, as captain, we should have an outing together.
What is wrong with being out of the cabins and in the centralized area on the boat?
I just heard there was like really good tea here, and my love wanted some tea, and I wanted to give her some tea.
If there is not a marriage at the end of this particular relationship, I am so sorry for you, my precious little pearl. And that's what she calls show you. She's just, I am apologizing. Do not feel bad by saying, oh, this is not what I want. Or, oh, actually, I appreciate it. Don't let them just be like, hey, I got this in charge. Take my tea, baby. Don't let them do that. Oh my God.
Choyu's trying to hide. Like, I'm hiding. I'm trying to hide.
So I always say that everyone deserves an Uncle Iroh in their life. I've changed my mind. Everyone needs a Nimbia in their life.
Jay, I imagine Choyu is just like doing the anime thing of like not actually moving, but just like sinking down, like as that still character frame, like below the table, you know.
100%.
The man at the table that you've all decided to sit at sort of gives you one long look around the table, rests an arm. I'll say something about a ship.
How buff does this dude look?
Less buff than you, but not
Alright.
not ripped.
Sometimes it'll surprise you. So,
Yeah.
Shoza leans in. I don't know, what's it to you? You need a shift or something?
I might. What's it to you?
Shoza literally like stares at him for a second, trying to think of why they spoke up, and then just looks at Fior. I don't know.
Junsho
Captain.
steps forward.
What's it to you?
Are you trying to make a deal with my twin?
Jun's
Deals?
got
We're
it.
doing deals? What's up? As the captain, I am the deal person that should be making the deals. What's up?
Oh, so I should be dealing with you to deal.
Yes, me. I am the
Okay,
captain.
I'll make it. All right, I'll deal with you then.
Yes.
So you have a ship.
Yes. We do have a ship. And it can fly.
I might. Are you in the business for some business?
We are in the business of business making in this business.
And at that, he just immediately reaches out a hand dramatically and is like, I'm Denzel.
And then Fior is just like, I like your style. And stands up and like, Fior!
And
like
the most
turns to
anime
everyone.
handshake of all time. Yeah, just a
Turns to everyone. It's like, this is we're boss. New person. Giving
This
us
is
a
not relevant really at all, but I just need everyone to know that in the first couple exchanges of these two people, Choyu is like trying to kick Fior under the table, like, stop it, think about this first. Think about this first.
Like we cut from the shot of them shaking hands to directly under the table where like Choyu's like trying to do little kicky feet at like a cross and then back up to like the exchange.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ow! What? I just got us a job. That's cool. Oh, sorry. What was your name, by the way? I didn't quite catch it.
My name's Denzel.
Denzel?
Denzo. I said Denzo first
right.
time. Yeah, Denzo.
Cool.
You don't know what name you said the first time?
You don't know what name I said the first time. Anyways,
You got
the
me there.
deal I wanted to broker.
Break it to
I've
me.
got, and he just pulls out from, so he's got a pretty like flat chest in most regards, and he reaches in this vest that he's got and pulls out a comically large, for having just been stored there, like thing of coins. And he's like, I have a whole lot of money for you if you can retrieve for me from a caravan in the desert treasure chest.
Junsho whispers to Shozo, why don't we just take the money?
Oh, we could just take the money.
We could just take the money and go to the caravan.
Oh, we could find the treasure in the desert and take the money.
And then she looks to make
Take
sure
the money
Nimbia
to the
didn't
desert.
hear her.
I want to note that I feel like Choyu hears everything and is saying nothing.
Yeah. It's character choice.
Um,
Honey, did you want to respond to that? Or
Nimbia has just been staring at this whole exchange from where
Can we make eye contact, you and me?
Choyu's just looking, just looks at Choyu, looks at the ground, looks at Choyu, and then finally
so you're
nudges
giving us.
Nudges Fior a little bit. This is where you ask, why can't you get it yourself? This is where you ask, why do they need to hire us?
Oh, right. As captain, I have a very important question to ask.
yeah.
Why do you need us for it when you have that much money? Did I do it
I
right?
got it. Okay. I gotta be straight with you. I gotta be a straight shooter here about this. I was kind of a little bit sort of marooned. I was kind of
Don't call
kicked-
yourself that. It's okay.
What? No, I was
Marooned, not
kicked off the
moron.
Oh.
Oh,
No. Okay, you were left behind. Sorry, I fully believe that you have to speak positive words to yourself. And when I
Yeah.
heard that, I was like,
Oh
don't
yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah,
Same philosophy. Same
every
philosophy.
morning in the morning, looking in the mirror.
Yeah. Every
Or
morning I
not.
look at my hand and pretend it's a mirror, and I'm like, we've got this, and
We have.
we have got this. And what I did get from the ship is all of this gold. And also the location of the treasure chest.
Anybody else like the way this guy says treasure chest? Because it's really doing it for me.
So I would go and get it, but I don't have like a crew to do so. Like do so, yeah. So
What's up,
it's
man?
like I don't have a need for all this money. I just need the treasure chest.
Ask what's in the chest.
What's in the chest?
Oh.
It is the most amazing, the most miraculous, the most incredible thing you've ever heard of.
I already have the most beautiful thing and the most wonderful thing
Holy
right here
shit.
next to me. Their name is Toyu, my love.
I don't think the my love part thing is like a whole
This
part
thing
of it. I
in
think
the
Olivia says
chest.
that.
This thing in the chest. So even it makes no offense. I don't want to put you down in your emotional state, like looking at Choyu. Like I don't want to put you down, but this is the most amazing thing in the chest. It's like the dream of dreams in this chest.
Whose dreams?
Yeah,
It's a good one.
Mine.
I doubt that. I dream of things that are practical, not of magical chests that are in a caravan that you cannot get to because someone did not like you. So
okay, then it's mine. It's mine.
Okay.
It's my dreams. You're right.
Okay.
No, I made a generalization.
Yeah, because I already told you my dream and I already have it.
You're
Oh
right.
my God.
Okay. You know, I shouldn't generalize so much. I should.
Hey.
Okay, my dreams. My dreams.
Okay.
And you're gonna pay us first?
I'll pay you half now
Oh.
and half on delivery.
So
And
this-
how much is it total?
A lot.
Can I feel it?
Yeah, you can feel it.
And so I'm
when
gonna
you-
feel it.
Yeah, when you feel it, you're like, wow, that's a lot of points.
And I wanna look inside.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say thank you.
you look. He unzips it. You look in. Wow, that's a lot of coins.
And I put a hand in and just look at the coins.
a lot of coins. Yeah.
And I close up the bag and I hand it back to him, and then I look at him and say, Can you give us a moment? Just a moment.
yeah,
Like a team huddle. Can you like go over there?
Yeah, and he immediately like stands up and does the little scurry off into a corner, and then just like stands there happily with the bag.
Anyone else think this is a little suspicious?
I hate to break this to you, but you joined a ship that goes into the air now, full of suspicious people. This is pretty much how everything is just working.
But do you trust this guy? And like the
Absolutely.
camera pans over to him like
Camera just.
Absolutely.
Do we trust him?
No, absolutely not. We cannot trust somebody who got kicked off of a boat or whatever because people did not like him, or maybe it's because everything is maybe or sort of or treasure, whatever the reason is, whatever it is. This means there will be risk. This means somebody is going to get hurt, so I need to make sure I have the right herbs. And from a practical standpoint, and I am not the person who cares about material things, but consider this. They are willing to pay something, us money, a lot of coins in the bag, for something that is supposed to be better than the coins in the bag. And has not thought at all about, I give them half the coins in the bag, they go to the caravan, it's the treasure of everybody's dreams, and we're supposed to come back to them for the rest of the coin.
Oh.
How did
So-
she work out my plan already? She whispers to Shoza.
Nimbia's always doing that. She's so smart. It blows my mind every single time.
I do want to point out that Fior has not been listening at all at this anything, because when Choi brought out the coins, all Fior wanted to do was grab one of those gold coins and bite it, because it would look cool, and that is the thing that is in Fior's mind. just be like,
Fior is never not trying to do the cool looking thing. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is basically, so you can see Fior like trying to come up with the facial expressions for it while Nimbia is talking.
Choyu's gonna nudge Fior.
What's up? What? Are we gonna go get the bag and the treasure?
Nimbia was saying that we should take the gold, the first half of the gold. And they look at Nimbia like, I got it. Was saying like the first half.
Junsho like punches you in the ribs.
Ow! What's that about? You don't have to hurt people.
I love you, but stop talking.
How's your tea? Is it strong enough?
Yep.
Okay.
Just like you make it.
Dang, I was worried because when you got it, I was like, I bet they don't do it strong enough.
Fior,
Yes.
my precious air pearl. I know you are going to do whatever it is you want to do, no matter what kinds of advice that I give you. So I just want to know, actually, no, I do not want to know that. I am going to be here for all of you. But I'm also going to have to make a couple of stops for some extra tea and perhaps something that is a little bit stronger than tea in case of extreme emergency. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sure the gold that we're gonna get from this would cover it.
Oh, we get full mountain and pay for this stuff. He's still there watching us, isn't he? And
He's just
Shozo looks
standing
over their
there
shoulder.
like this. Yeah, he's
Oh.
just standing there like this.
Go get your job. This
Is-
is
is-
what you do.
Is anyone else in this Waffle House tea house reacting to this guy with a lot of money?
Most people started to leave once you all came in.
We ruined the vibe.
Bad.
But
ruined the
We have a
vibe.
worse reputation than the people with the worst reputation.
Listen, most people who live in this town, for canon reasons, this is the town that Team Avatar visited a couple times to like get the woman who could like smell things with her anteater like mole thing.
Oh,
That's this town.
okay,
So this
okay.
town is used to a certain caliber of shenanigans. And having just experienced that in the last few years with that group, they see your group and they're like, nah, not again. That's basically the energy that's occurring.
I love this
Anteater
for
woman
us.
whose name is June. Yep, you're right. Frick.
No
Wait, we can
relation.
say fuck on this show. Yeah, fuck.
She may be Jun, but is she Sho? No. So I think Choyu is gonna look at everyone and just say, so we're gonna do this and we're gonna totally not steal the stuff too. Just
Water?
I want to get this down straight.
His elbows to you. They are going to do what they want. It is best, I have learned, and sometimes I make the mistake. Do not give them the ideas because they won't be, oh, that is bad idea. They will be like, oh, we are not going to tell her the idea that she just gave us, but we are going to do it and then wonder how she knew it. It's a thing.
I love when Nimbia does charades and impressions. She's always so good at it. She doesn't mean that like wholeheartedly. It's just staring. Uh-huh.
And Choyu is just
Aren't
gonna
they
look back at
really-
you and just
Really cute.
okay. So should we tell him? So I'm gonna gesture for him to come back.
He does the little scurry back. He's like, hey, have you come up with what you're gonna do? Are you interested in the offer? Are you interested in accepting?
You have got yourself a deal.
Heck yeah! Okay, got it. Nailed it in one. And I think
We don't want a
that-
second take of that one. We don't want a second take of the handshake.
Got
No?
it
Okay.
in one.
Okay,
Got it
cool.
in one.
Good to know.
We're good. And with
Quiet
that-
on set.
Quite on set. And with that, we're going to jump cut, I think. Oh no, wait. We're gonna leave. Yes, you're right. I'll let y'all leave. So we're not gonna jump cut. He's gonna shake your hand, he's going to pour out half of it into a smaller bag that he produces from that same vest, and then just slide it over to Fior. All right.
Fior opens the bag and does the cool thing that they have always wanted to do, and bites this gold coin right into it and goes, "Seems legit," and then puts it back.
There's gotta be so many germs on that.
Shows
Sure.
his face just kind of slides into view next to Fior's and says, "How's it taste?"
And then Fiora would look at Josie and is like, "Crunchy."
Oh, that's good cold.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll meet you not here. I will meet you in Omashu. Okay?
Oh, okay.
There's a tea house by the gate in Omashu. I'll meet
Tea
you
house
there
by the gate.
when you have the treasure chest, right? Okay? Caravan is located in the desert near the grounds of an old Fire Nation carnival. That's at least where they'll be heading off from. If you can locate that carnival, they should be heading southwest from there. And he like draws a little map and sort of writes up a couple rudimentary directions. It's like, you got a few days. The desert is a difficult place. It's worse than the ocean because you don't have islands you can get marooned on. You just have places where you're left, and then the dust kicks up, and you have to eat cactus juice, and then the cactus juice is not a good idea. It sends you on a whole trip. Don't eat the cactus, okay?
We got it.
Okay. And then hands a small scroll.
What cactus?
Any cactus in the desert, like any.
Don't eat it?
Don't eat it.
Eat it.
Makes a mental note, but forgets
Juncho
the
puts
word.
her tea notebook in her bag and pulls out a different notebook, which is plans not to let Shoze eat. Things Shoza should not eat is on the front of it.
Nikki, do tell me what else is on that list. I want to know what else is on that list. Tell me some things right now.
Tumbleweeds. They said they looked like cotton candy, but brown, and Juncho did not like that. Didn't vibe for her.
Like
did not pass the vibe check.
Candy, cotton chocolate.
It turns out Shoza is allergic to blueberries. That was a fun one because they were already kind of big and they just kind of blew up even more. That whole thing.
It's hard to tell. Yeah.
Also, I think Fior saved it in his mind. Don't eat the cactus, but forgot to save the word "don't." So it's just eat the cactus.
Remember there is a cactus.
There is a cactus, and the word "eat" was mentioned, basically.
Before they leave, if everybody gets ready to leave, Nimbia will have something to tell the person that gave the mission, but I want to wait to see everyone's exit strategy first.
Solid. Yep.
Shows as soon as this guy, as soon as it seems like Captain Fior's business is concluded, Shoza hops up and starts heading out, but on the way, like, swings by that table they were sitting at originally. It's just like, you all have a good time. All right. It was cool hanging out.
They're like the only ones who have remained in like the tea house. And they all give you like a weird look and then a synchronized nod.
Shows it just gives them the like, right on. Okay.
Yeah.
And then heads out.
Yeah, for sure.
For
Denzel
Shozu.
Or Shozu.
Get out of here.
I appreciated it.
Thank you.
Denzo will finish handing the note to Fior and just be like, Omashu, tea house, and like is gradually getting further away towards the door. Treasure chest. Caravan.
This guy.
Oh yeah. Sorry, what?
Looks to the others. You can start to go. I just have one thing to say. It's about the medical situation. Looks to Denzel. Listen here, Dinso.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you listening?
Yeah.
With your ears and your heart.
With my ears, with my eyes, with my heart.
If any of my family is not able to return and meet you in Omoshu because of a danger that we are not prepared for,
Okay.
remember that clouds can be our protector, but clouds can also be the omen of dark things.
think I understand.
Okay, you have a wonderful day.
You too. And he's just going to slowly back out, looking directly at Nimbia.
All right, now who wants to make? I'm going to make sweet buns today when we get back to the thing. If we can promise not to destroy anything on the way back to the boat, okay? Can we try that today?
Shoza, I think we should just go straight back to the boat now.
Shoza has already left, as is established. And as Denzo backs out of the doors, they swing open. He leaves. They swing open again. And you just see Shoza with their foot in a barrel backing out through the street. Like, oh,
Choyu has returned the tea to the buff guy, the teacup, and we'll just like do a little bow and say thank you and turn around and leave.
He does the bow, even though, yeah.
Fior will follow, but also like run after Choyu like a little puppy. It's like, Omashu, isn't that where you're from? Do you remember?
Yes, I remember where I'm from.
Cool. Are you excited?
Eh.
Oh, I've always wanted to see your place. I bet it's as beautiful as you are.
Junsho rolls her eyes.
It's nice, I guess.
Nimbia is just exiting, just coming behind.
I think we link arms, Fior.
Yeah.
And we'll walk out. And I'm specifically linking arms to hold on to you to prevent you from running off anywhere else.
Yes. And Fior is holding on because, you know, they really like you. Whatever. It's fine.
Junsho is holding the barrel down so that Shoza can get their leg out of it.
And Nimbia is just looking at the different vendors that are in this, especially the cabbage one. It is okay. I promise you, it is okay. This is, I just, maybe back away, maybe a foot.
Walking it back. Walking it back.
Just walk it out. Just walk it back. Okay.
we shouldn't have barrels in streets. It's where people walk. Ugh. Shoza just looks like upset.
Fair enough. Did anybody want to do anything else for this scene? Because otherwise I'm going to end it here.
I'm good.
Good? All right. Final call. Jump cut.
And scene.
And scene. We're jumping forward in time a little bit. We're on the airship. We are... Let me open my handy dandy little map here. We are over a great green forest next to a river. And far off on the far horizon, we see just the beginnings and the edges of the desert coming into. I imagine it's sort of like early morning-ish time. Things have just sort of like gotten started on the ship. The daily routines are in their full swing of like morning preparations, and the sun is still coming up. So what might y'all be doing as part of your early morning routines on the ship? And this is also, I should remind, a moment for you to introduce all of your pets, if you would like.
We got a zoo, y'all.
We have a flying zoo, essentially.
I think...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Choyu is an early riser, unlike myself. I think they always get up pretty much at the crack of dawn, if not before, because I think they like watching the sunrise, and especially on airships, it's very pretty. And Fior sleeps in, so I think like every morning they just wake up and they give Fior a little smooch and they change, dress, go outside, whatever, make some tea in the morning because it's probably a little chilly, and they just sit on the deck and watch the sunrise. And I think they have just like almost like a really janky sketchbook that's just kind of like cobbled together a bunch of like loose papers. And I've decided, I think Choyu does art. So I think they're just doing a little sketchy something. Plein air painting, if you may.
There you go. Bullet journaling. Early form bullet journaling. And Nimbia, you also said you're an early morning riser as well?
Nimbia probably gets up earlier than everyone.
Yeah. It's you than me, pretty much.
Get some of the stuff started in the morning, some water boiling so that someone has their tea. But during the sunrise, and it's something probably Choyu or anybody else who's waking up has been able to see, is when the sun starts to rise and there's that low-level cloud coverage, especially on days that it's a little bit denser. Nimbia goes through her morning forms on the deck, and it's almost as if dancing with different swirls of clouds as she goes from one move to another and practices her various forms. And she calls it dancing with the clouds in the morning to clear her mind. And that is what she does early in the morning before getting ready to cook. So it's just the sunrise and Nimbia going through various forms, martial arts forms for people who can recognize them, but with this low level like fog or vapor around her as she works.
Who might be next to rise then after that?
Probably Shoza. They have bunk beds. The twins have bunk beds with Shoza on top, even though they're like, I think like 2 feet taller than she, with their legs sticking out. But Shoza gets up early because they use their fire bending to stoke kind of like the engine for the ship and keep it going. So they probably like trade shifts with someone who's already doing that. But one of the things that I think that everyone on the crew knows, and a lot of people are like, someone just talk to them, please. But I'll point out is that Shoza's forms are all, not all, but are mostly like indicative of actually like earthbending forms because they are direct and like more about like impact and like singular blows, 90-degree angles. Like they're not like as fluid or there's not as much like movement as in firebending, and all of their firebending is super direct. It's like, you know, a couple inches of flame like away from their fist or their foot. There's no like full fireballs or anything. And when they are when they're alone, so we'll say like right now as they're down in the engine room like working it, they actually have a form that, to their knowledge, no one else actually bends, and it's spark bending. So when you're I think it's like an early like practice moves for getting your like arms and such into the correct angles. There's a lot of practicing with like sliding your arms down your arms to get like blocks and stuff. So a lot of the spark bending is like sliding it off of that, and then like sparks shoot out. And it started as a thing because Shoza's very strong and a very competent fighter, but kind of a crap bender. And it actually started as this silly little thing they would do to torment June. They would just like do little sparks to like get in their hair or whatever, get in her hair or whatever. So a lot of times, like in between more like stronger bursts into the engine of like actual fire, they'll like do little like sparks just to like keep themselves like in the flow of everything.
Yeah. Speaking of June, I imagine, how would your morning routine go?
My morning routine is the bed shaking with Shoza getting off of the top bunk.
Yeah.
And then flipping over and grumbling because likely she has been up late reading and building and tinkering with things, and dealing with those kind of things. And then I would say like she gets up just before Fior does, and is goes and gets like breakfast and tea, and then heads down to her shop. When her shop is like it's like a small little space that they created on the ship, and it has a little tub with her pet turtle duck swimming around in it, and so she has a little turtle duck and a desk and all of that kind of stuff, and yeah, everything's like bolted down so that things don't fly over the place. She's got like every tool has a magnet on it, and so that way it connects with like a metal work table, so that way her stuff doesn't go flying everywhere.
Smart.
Yeah.
And hilariously, Fior the captain, last in the morning wake up ritual. How does our dear captain typically get up in the morning?
All right, so let's do this. What happens is Fior is a night person, and they stay up almost all night, and just sort of like enjoys the way the night looks and whatever. And she's, and they're just having a good time with that. So when it's morning time, when Choyu wakes up and gives him a little peck, he just like groans and then just turns over and sleeps some more, and also grabs at their apparently cat dog, and just cuddles the cat dog hard. And then the Yema is the name of that cat dog, and is just like, let me go, please, but also knows that this is what it is and will only be let go when it's like around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That is basically when Fior is like, I've had enough sleep, and just sort of walks out like, hey y'all, what's up? How's the day been? Basically, that is.
Choyu is ready with some tea. I give you some tea when you get out of bed, finally.
This is good tea. Good stuff. Also, I want to make it clear, Fior does not like tea and only drinks it because of Choyu, and always just like downs it in one hatch. Hot, cold, it doesn't matter, just so that it goes past the gullet real quickly, because Fior don't like tea. And it's like, very delicious, my love. The best I've had in such a long time. I love tea so much.
Nubia is by this time, just so you know, meals are already prepped. Rice went on. Like, the most exciting thing you ever probably saw Nimbia was when she requested of the twins help with making something akin to a rice cooker, and that's her most prized possession, to cook that much rice for this many people every morning. It's just like, and all I have to do is start the heat, and then measure and wash the right. Like, the only time Nimbia was truly pissed off is when somebody said, I made the rice for you, and she asked, how many times did you wash it? And they looked at her and said, wash it.
That's Shodza. 100%. Shodza tried to make rice. I'm calling it right now.
and Nimbia was just, for the rest of the day, did not talk to anyone. Everyone just got steamed vegetables for all their meals. There was nothing else. And we was like, I have done it 1,000,000 times. I have shown you. What did you think I was doing? Playing with the rice? I was washing it before we put in. Like, that was a whole thing. That was so
incredible. At this point in the day, I think, who would likely be on watch for things, I think, at 1 p.m. in the day?
I mean, I can take over. I've been asleep this whole time, so.
Was that you pointing at yourself, honey? Oh, no, you were adjusting. Oh, you were. I'm confusing.
Sure. Nimbia can watch. She can watch and just be working on whatever she's working on.
Nimbia sees all. It's because you're the tallest. That's that logic here. You're the tallest. You can see the farthest, so therefore you are on watch.
That's fair. I think Fior will also be able to see this, but the ship has progressed past the edge of the forest, and the trees have given way to dirt, which has given way far below on the ground to the first proper sands of the desert. And you can see on the horizon 2 things now come into plain. a sort of camp with tents and poles that looks now a lot more diminished than it previously had. And, importantly, a dust cloud headed away from it to the right.
Cool. Nimbia, what does that mean?
And she's shelling quail eggs, and she's just like, what do you think it means? Let me hear your theory.
Should we go
Mhm.
toward the sand cloud? No, not toward. Away from the sand.
Do you remember what the person that hired you for the job that you are going to get paid for?
Yes.
What do you remember? What do you remember from Dinso?
Treasure chest.
I guess you got the main point. As the captain, you have to decide: do you want to do investigation on the little settlement to see what is there, and then make a decision, or do you want to make the assumption that the caravan, which is a moving group of people and horses and maybe sometimes a cart, might be moving through a desert which kicks up dust because of the sand?
Cloud! Yes! As the captain, I turn to everybody and I make the announcement. As the captain, we should follow that sand cloud. Because the caravan probably is there.
Oh, okay. All right. You see, that is a decision. Now, what will happen from it, we do not know. That is the unexpected thing. However, you have made a decision with a critical thinking.
Yes! You are so smart, Divya. I love you so much. But not as much as I love Choyu. I hope that isn't.
I am so glad of that, because it is a different type of love.
Yes.
And it would really be very weird.
Yes.
Because I remember when you were born, even though I was not that much older, I saw you coming out, which is what it would.
Yes.
I am glad that you have found an object of affection that
Very,
is very sweet
they're
and
very-
grounded.
They're very cute.
They are so much
I
cute.
dream about a lot of things. They're very cute.
I don't want to know what you are dreaming, but I do want you to know that if you mess that one up, the relationship that you have with this wonderful jewel, you understand? Before it was copper coins. This is jewel. This is a very good jewel. If you mess this up, I will throw you off of this airship. I can nurse you back, but I will throw you off of this airship. Do you understand?
I would never hurt the love of my life like that. They're too precious to me. Never.
And that is what you told me. Oh, I am in so much love. I love them so much. It's everything. It's the other half of my heart. And I am taking this as a swear. If you break this swear, I will throw you off of this airship. You are the captain, such a wonderful captain. I'm going back to the kitchen now. He picks up her bowl and then heads towards the kitchen. Just
I want to imagine I wasn't even there, and I walk in right now. Just say, good morning.
Good morning.
How was your sleep?
It was great. How was your sleep?
Also nice, I guess.
Are you excited to, well, maybe after we explore the sand cloud or whatever, are you excited to go to your hometown? I'm very excited to go to your hometown.
It's okay.
Yeah. My parents have told me a lot about your hometown. Actually, it's one of those things that I'm he's told me a lot of things, but not important right now. You already know how I am with my dad, but I'm excited to just hang out and see, you can show me everywhere. I want to know what made my beautiful Toyu the way they are.
And I think they just like have a little sigh, and they just smile, and I think I'm just gonna like lean my head on you.
And I will let it happen, and we will be watching out, headed towards. I announced that that's where we're headed, right? People are making that movement because Fior doesn't know how to run a ship.
Who drives the ship? Who's driving?
Fior,
Twins.
Junsho has rigged something up to where she doesn't have to be as strong as Shoza to like move the rudder and stuff. Like she's got some mechanical stuff going on that she's leveraged, like different pieces, simple machines, so that she can steer the ship.
If you're here and I'm here, then who's driving the bus?
It's me!
And we slowly pan up to the twins, like doing all the crew activities by themselves.
Yeah.
Just like running around.
I think we pan up to Junsho with like, you know, a fucking like Rube Goldberg machine ass like system to like pilot everything that like it's very clear Shoza could just like turn it very easily. And then we pan down to below deck to Shoza just looking at the little turtle duck in their thing. And they're just going, all right, so show me one of these. And it's like, whack. Nice. All right. And then show me one of these. Whack, whack. Excellent.
I love this for you.
As the ship proceeds throughout the day and slowly is maneuvered essentially only by Jun.
We all have jobs on this ship. We all have jobs.
And I want to take a second to like we've talked about this show a lot. We've talked about what energy and dynamics. We've worked things out. But I just want to sort of like step back and acknowledge what's going on here. We have a captain who's just woken up at 1 p.m. in the middle of the day, who is being very kindly and carefully prompted by one Nimbia, who really is the captain, but just, you know, is in everything but face. Choyu, who's just, like, very casual. And then just the twins, who one of them is trying to get a duck to flex, and the other one is essentially navigating this entire Fire Nation style air vessel all by themselves. Like that
she's also
dynamic.
Only 5 foot tall and maybe weighs 90 pounds. I just feel like she's tiny.
So as that energy gets carried towards the caravan, as the day progresses, you see is brought into proper order. There are 4 riders at the back of it, with sort of mounted in this formation, you know, like 2 at back, but 1 sort of flanking on the side. And there are also 4 of them at the front in that same position. And in between is not quite a carriage. It's more like a cart with one of those covers over it. And you see a driver and someone sitting next to them as well. And as the airship draws closer to that, you definitely hear all of them beginning to yell and point up at the airship, and like the formation get tighter and closer together. And you can see, even from this distance, like everyone, the energy of that caravan has shifted into, hey, we see them, they're coming, it's about to go off, you know?
No stealth here.
No stealth, only pure brute force.
The funny part is they do have someone on board who could help them have like some cover. Mm-hmm. But like Nimbia said, I'm going to let you see what the consequences of the decision you made actually is, so that we can learn. Because previously Nimbia probably just like, and then do this, and then do this, and then do this. And then was like, okay, I didn't want a captain or be on a boat to start with. This was your thing. So, but I also have to live and want these people to survive. So like it's torn between how much information to give. Yeah. But gives June
You got it.
Show lots of snacks. when they're piling, like, gets the special snacks, like the little steamed buns and all of that.
Like
The
warm bite
special
snacks because her hands are all busy.
You're doing such a good job. Oh my goodness, look at that one. Yes, okay.
I imagine you've actually built a little machine that will chopsticks, like have a pair of chopsticks, pick it up and just hold it so that you can like eat it out of the
This is
side of your mouth
true.
as you're like
Kind of like those, you know, those fans that like you have like a bar around your neck, and then the fan kind of just sits in front of your face. It's like that, but with chopsticks hanging off. She could interchangeable. There's like different pieces that she can put on there.
Have you seen that one like? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was. Oh, go for it.
Delay.
Oh, it's the delay. Okay. No, I was just gonna say. I think like because Shoza is like essentially like stoking the engines. I think you probably have like one of those just like copper tubes down to the engine room that you can like yell into, like we gotta go faster, we gotta go slow, etc. Like all that stuff. So I think like as we're picking up, coming, you know, kind of swooping down towards this caravan, like we now are kind of like starting to stabilize. So I think we see Shoza like backing up out from like under the deck, looking at someone like, you keep working on it, you're gonna get it one of these days. And we just hear like a whack and like from a distance, and then they like jog over to where June is. It's like, okay, so we're coming up on them. We're gonna like, what are we thinking? I mean, do you want me to maybe like, do you want to do just like air package kind of a thing? Which basically means, do you want me to jump off of this ship onto the people below us?
While they're talking about this, Fior shouts at the caravan, "Yo!"
That's subtle.
They all like everyone in concert in the caravan all just turns their heads to the ship.
I imagine Fior has like leaned over the edge of the ship, and Choyu just like stands up immediately and like grabs at him to pull him back.
Juncho goes, "Hey, am I gonna need my mech suit for this?"
I forgot
the mech suit. Yeah, I think we all did. Yeah.
How could you forget the mech suit? It's the best part.
Oh, yeah. If you want to, you know, like suit up or whatever, I could probably take. And Shoza just like looks at all the contraptions everywhere. I could probably take care of this. I could probably steer for a bit. Maybe. Yeah, I got this. If you want,
I mean, we just gotta go straight. So just keep it going.
Just keep it straight.
Yep.
What could go wrong? I'll just keep it straight.
Mm-hmm.
While they're still doing that, do you have a chest?
I am trying to wrestle you to the ground.
Nimbia has come out. Oh my god. Nimbia has come out of the cabin, her kitchen, and has changed. Like, she normally has the veil draped over her head. Now it's kind of tied a little bit tighter into, like, all her hair has been gathered up, and she's got it as a head wrap now. Several patches, you know, bags and pouches and other stuff has been connected. Her arms are exposed, and let me stress again, not ripped like Shozu, but there's muscular definition there. And she's got her sheaths because she's got knives, and she's like, Fior, this is where you make the plan of attack. You do not talk to the place people you're going to be taking stuff from. They are not going to give it to you, obviously. Fior, if you do not get your feet back on this deck, I am going to tell Choyu what happened at your 12th birthday. You're behind off of the...
Don't tell them that. And then just runs up to the deck and like, I just wanted to be nice. You know?
Choyu's gonna look at you and just say, we are about to steal from them, babe. You don't just... I'm gonna like sit you down. Just stay here for a second. Don't talk to anyone. Sit here.
At this point, Junsho comes up the stairs from below deck, and she is in her mech suit, so now she's a full foot taller, and clips herself. There's like rope rigging, and she clips herself to the boat, and she's like, "All right, I'm ready."
Oh my god.
Well, my Fior just shouted to them, so they know they definitely know we're here.
Yes, I heard. and so I'm ready to jump down there. Right? That's the plan, right, Shoza?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do like an air package. You guys ready?
This is the plan. This is what we have decided to do. You're going to jump off the airship.
Well, yeah.
She points at her rigging.
Yeah. She at the exact same time that Shoza points at her rigging too. She's got it.
Okay.
And then
now
I'll just
who
do
has-
like a puff of fire, and it'll kind of counteract it so I don't break my legs.
And you just have Nimbia is like, okay, my God, we couldn't have landed it. Okay, nope, this is Fior. Fior is learning as they go. This is Fior. Fior, do you have a battle plan? Have you made a decision how you wish the twins is going to jump off, and then what is happening next?
Oh, and then I turn my little big. It's a little container full of water. It's like not little. It's like you know how Gara has like that thing that has a lot of
the
like
gourd.
Yeah. So Fior has a gourd and it's filled with water and it's like
Hell yeah.
I have a gourd.
Oh, I fully imagine that Fior has jumped down. Like, I fully imagine that Fior has jumped down with Junsho before. Like there's little, like the bicycles with like the little pegs on the back, and you would like jump on the back with your friend. She totally has pegs on the side of her like mech suit legs for Fior to like. So it's like the two smallest people.
Fior is the hero on top of Baymax, right? Like,
Yeah.
And that is exactly what Fior is, and I have a gourd filled with water. I think we can do this.
Okay, I'll show you. Are you going to be up here to help me with watching and any cover that needs to happen, or do you also want to jump off the boat?
I'm good here.
Okay. Now, do you have something that you would like to do with your skill set?
What do you mean?
Okay. So this one here is going to keep a lookout, right? Joyu, that's what you're going to do in this plan that we are making as a ship as we are about to steal from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So keep an eye out and you let us know anything that seems to be suspicious or changing or might help.
Okay, I'll keep both eyes out. Not just one.
I appreciate your sentiment, the self-starter. Oh my God. Fior, you're going to jump off the boat. You're going to jump off the boat. And Junsho, you're going to jump off the boat.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Would
Yes,
you like
air
some-
packaging.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask if you would like cover as you go, or if you just
They
want
already
to
know
go
we're
for it.
here.
I mean, they know we're here. Yeah.
To
It's
make it
okay.
harder for the
I
have-
just feel like if there was a cloud in my face, I wouldn't be able to see.
so go.
I want
go.
to be able to jump where I want to go.
Just go.
Mia.
I am not going to obscure your vision. Is that how much you think of my skill? When we practice in the rain. When we practice in the rain and I say, oh, it's raining. How
Oh,
will we fight
Shoza
in
feels
the
so
rain?
bad now.
It shows it immediately. He's like, oh.
Or you don't pay attention. So jump. Go. I will sit here and watch.
Well, I can't
Go.
just jump if you're mad at me. I can't leave you up here if you're mad. I don't want you
They
to
are
be mad at
getting
me.
away. I am not just being mad. I am being practical. You are going to let them get away.
Just-
Go.
Just
Okay,
go.
we'll talk
Just
about
go.
it later.
I got her. Just go. I got her.
Okay.
You do
so,
notice that they're starting to pull away, yeah.
Yeah, just
So Shoza was holding the steering wheel for the ship, and they just let go and they run and just jump.
Nimbia has this. Nimbia's like, oh.
Junsho, not to be shown up, also jumps like at the same time with Fior on her back.
does
I
back
need
and cartwheels and goes, "This is for you, my love," and then jumps out.
I'm picturing like super cool, like red fiery background for Junsho, but then as the camera comes up to Fior on her back, just like anime roses, like
yeah. like the
But for
Twitch
Junsho,
song.
it's lightning.
yeah. Oh,
Is
for
it-
Junsho's, yeah.
Is it safe to assume that Junsho has created some type of autopilot for this airship for these?
As
types
long
of
as it keeps
situations?
going straight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, the autopilot is don't touch the steering.
Exactly.
Yeah, just don't adjust the tiller.
Don't touch anything and we're good.
The autopilot is don't. Like, I think it's. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
And yeah, I am just standing there and watching with my eyes. And actually, I am keeping an eye on the group because I can use my they all don't know this, but I have hella earthbending skills. And if I can help them in any way and be really, really subtle about it, I will, which is why I'm watching.
Word. Okay.
Both of my eyes.
So, God, I'm just going to take a second out here because this system is fantastic. We don't have to roll initiative. We just collaboratively talk through the fight. And so that's now what we're going to do as the three of... Are you on... I need to clarify something. Is Fior on the back of Junsho, or did you just leap off?
Yeah, so basically what I'm thinking is my mech suit has, you know those little pegs that you put on the back wheels of bikes and like people could like ride and they put their... It's like that, but on the legs of her mech suit.
So what Fior did is back flip onto Jonsho and then goes, "This is for you, my love." And then
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had that clarified and understood. Cool. The three of you fall and begin to fall to the ground, and I need the three of you to make your first combat moves. So yeah, it's time to roll some dice finally. So combat
is there
again.
dice in this thing?
There is dice in this thing, yes. Just to remind everyone, and also to sort of explain to our audience, the Avatar Legends system runs off a maneuver-based system, very much powered by the Apocalypse, right? It's powered by the Apocalypse system type style, inspired by? Yes. So in combat, you just essentially choose moves, and it's sort of like a rock, paper, scissors type deal. The three choices are defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe. All of the rolls being made by the PCs will be made in public. You don't know what the NPCs will choose, and you don't know how well they roll. So essentially, it's sort of like a secret rock, paper, scissors type deal, where you're trying to think of how they might respond, as well as how what you want to accomplish can be done by the way that they, if that makes sense. So with that in mind, please proceed. What sort of move would you like to make first?
So additionally, for all of us here, the basic techniques for combat exchanges are on page 21 of the PDF we're using. So that'll help you out. But I also am hard pressed to think of how all three of us jumping off a ship are anything other than advance and attack. So
are we fine with committing that then?
For me, I don't want to speak for everybody else, but Shoza is very much like, Shoza is planning to like land on someone.
That's sort of what I had thought as well. So yours is an advance and attack. Yes, Nick.
Junsho has a move for her fighting techniques. It's break, so she can break shit. So I imagine that she is aiming to land on like a wheel axle or something to try to break the caravan's wheel so that it can't keep going or whatever is it one of those like sand bending caravans, or is it like a wheels situation?
So that is of interesting note that you should bring that up as well. As it has transitioned to, I meant to say this earlier, that's my bad. As it has transitioned, you actually do see once the ground becomes less firm, you see the wheels kick up and the whole thing drops. And it appears that the caravan is on a sort of sledge as well that's underneath it. Yes.
Does that happen before we land?
Yes, that happens before you land.
Okay, in that case, she'll break whatever they're steering with.
Okay, they have reins, so you're going to try and drop on the reins.
Well, wherever connects, like if they have some kind of animal pulling it, then she'll do whatever is connecting the animal to the caravan. But if it's sand benders and they have like a rudder, then she'll break that. So it depends on how they're doing this. She would go for the most advantageous situation.
They have horse snakes leading them.
Ooh!
So similar to when the wheels drop, the horses drop their hooves and then just begin slithering on their back halves.
I didn't excited you earlier, but I'm gonna take that back now. Actually. That's an awful visual.
In that case, she lands on whatever's connecting them to the caravan.
Cool. On the reins. So that's another attack. And Fior, what had you wanted to do?
Fior is going to look
Actually-
for. Sorry.
No, actually, I realized, I know Ellis had said that really all we can do here is advance and attack, but I think since you're on the back of Jin Shou, you could do a defend and maneuver or an evade and observe if you wanted to, since you're not technically committing to a jump here. You're just on someone's back, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I'm actually going to do the observe just to see if I can find like the most where a chest could be. That's basically what is in Fior's mind. It's like, I'm here for the chest. I'll let the twins break stuff, but I'm here for the treasure chest.
Gotcha. Okay. So give me those 2d6 rolls, please.
Ooh.
That is sorry, what do I roll with it? What do I add with it again?
Creativity or harmony.
Yes.
Okay, so I will add my creativity with it, and that is a 12.
Excellent.
First
Okay.
roll of the game.
First roll! Yay! Okay, so that's a 12. Who's going with the next roll?
Jinsho will roll.
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it.
Okay, so this is a evade and observe roll because it's a specific move, and so I get to roll with creativity or harmony. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with creativity, which is 7 total.
You're not doing an attack on the reins?
It's a specific move, so I posted it in our Zoom chat.
Got it.
Yeah, it says break is the move name. Target a foe's vulnerable equipment, render it useless or broken, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate status such as impaired.
Okay, cool. And what'd you get on the roll?
A 7.
7. Got it. And your roll.
So so under each of these, under advance and attack and defend and maneuver and all those, under advance and attack, there are 3 options. So that are the advance and attack basic techniques. I actually want to use pressure, impress, or intimidate a foe. Choose an approach. Your foe cannot choose to use that approach in the next exchange.
Okay.
So
what would you like to limit them on?
I don't want them to be able to defend and maneuver.
Okay, defend, and what's your roll?
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay. So it's going to be a success for Fior and Jinsho. It is unfortunately going to be the only loss for Shoza. So how about you describe what you would like to do, Fior and Nikki? Jinsho. There we go. And how you would intend to try and accomplish what you had wanting to do, Ellis. Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I can start with Fior. What he does is basically he tries and find like the place most likely to have that chest, which probably the big middle play. I don't know. They're basically just gonna like create. They have the ability to turn their water into like a ice point sort of situation and create lets a flow of water out and makes it sharp and just sort of breaks the roof just to see if it'll reveal a chest.
And the roof snaps off like a tin can of tuna, and there's just four dudes seated inside and a giant chest that looks like it would take all of your effort to lift up. But it is a beautiful treasure chest. It's ornately carved with all of these fine symbols and delicate scenes, and they all like look up at you as the roof comes off, and all begin to get stanced up and start posing. Nikki.
As I see that, I also shout, "Nibia, a chest!"
You want to acknowledge that?
Okay, yes. Wonderful powers of observation there. You're doing good job. You're doing good job. Oh my goodness. The horse. The horse actually like, oh my. That is not. Oh. She's just watching right now, and you just see soft water vapor just around her hands as she's just watching from where she is.
Word.
Yeah. So Junsho lands, and then there's like different gadgets on her mech suit, and so she pulls off a knife and cuts the reins, I think is the way I'm going to say that she ends up breaking those. And then I just like the visual of she lands, cuts the reins, and Fior like flips off and like runs off, which is just so cartoon, and I love it so much. So that's what she does to break this shit.
Cool. The reins, it's a quick clip of both of the reins, and immediately the horse snakes slither off and start like just moving forward, and the sand sledge sort of comes to a stop like right in front of you, and like at this point all four of them have like looked up as Fior was coming down and ripped it off, and now they all look forward and just look at you and go ah! And try and start like grabbing the chest and like attempt to do their things with that.
Junsho just smiles and like does one of these.
Yeah. Alice, I wanted to resolve your action. What had you intended to do with landing on that person?
So basically I just wanted to like literally like just land on a person. Like I imagine the intended result of them like being stunned or shocked or intimidated would just come from the fact that like, yeah, three of us literally just dropped out of the sky directly on top of you, you know, like, where one of us is in a mech.
It's a very campy moment. You intended to land on sort of their back, but instead you land on their front. And
okay.
Do you offer like any sort of like hi there or like moment of character?
I think that they I think they kind of screw up their landing because Shoza had mentioned like basically like the way they don't die when they do this is just like they calculate like essentially like reverse force from propelling themselves up with like a blast of fire bending just before they land. And so I think they like kind of screw up the timing a little bit, land harder than they meant to, and also have to like pad out little fires on themselves. Oh God.
And this person just they've got the like sash across their face, sort of like ear to ear style. And you just see their eyes go wide and just reflexively like punch you in the head and just sucker punch you off.
I think before we move, just because it's a very important character moment for Shoza, I think like they take the punch in the face and they have like a bleeding lip and they kind of like, and then they get this huge, genuine smile on their face. And then they just like put their dukes up.
Heck yeah. Jay and Honey, would you like to do any actions at this point, or are you still sort of in the observing, like just seeing if anybody needs help and we'll come in there?
Yeah, I am observing and watching, and if it looks like they're in danger, I have an idea, but I am just watching for now.
Okay, got it. Same with you, Honey?
Moral support. That was a good move. That was good. Oh my goodness.
We're the peanut gallery.
That's good. Let me show you. This is going to be interesting. That one right there likes it when they hit first, because then they can attack, and then it's a whole thing. They're like, oh no, bump the bending. I'll use my fist. So this is... Oh, where did Fior? I have lost eyes on the Fior. Where did Fior go? Oh,
it looks like he got the chest.
Does he have the chest, or has he found it? Are they people with the... Oh.
I think...
What do you do after you peel the roof off?
They're just sports commentators.
Oh, I should point out that the rope is two-way. So, like, Juncho can also press a button on her suit and go zooming back up the ship, because this is a routine. Like, we are pirates. This is a routine. Like, we do the thing, we steal the stuff, and then whoop, back up. Just throwing that out there.
Fair. Sorry, Glyza, what was that?
Oh, so basically Fiora is trying to make everybody inside the van thing slip with the water. That's what they're doing.
Give me an attack roll.
That is with... Was it passion, I guess?
Let's do passion. This seems like a passionate thing.
Can I do creativity, though? Because I'm creatively attacking.
All right.
I'll allow it.
Listen. The official rules aren't out, so as far as I am concerned, until they say you can't, you can. So here we go. We're playing for rule of cool here.
It is 9.
Interesting. Okay, so I need somebody who's a little more familiar with the intricacies. Is there any rules about ties?
I think usually the tie goes to the roller, just like in...
Okay, interesting. But the NPCs, you mean the PC? Because the NPCs also make rolls here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Do the NPCs roll?
Yeah, so what's
only for
happening-
combat, though, right?
Yes, only for combat, correct.
Okay. Yeah.
So, just a quick note, I read it as usually in most systems where there is a defense option, it goes to the defense. If they attack and it's a tie, it goes to the defense, but I don't know about this system. That's how I read it, but I might be off.
That's fair.
I read the entire book last night, and I don't think they talked about ties at all.
I know, that's sort of what I was thinking.
Walk me
How
through...
about-
Actually, never mind. Yeah, you make your decision. Go for it.
How about, like, let's actually look at Avatar, because when an Avatar there's two equally matched people, it just sort of negates. Like, you think about the Agni ties, and it's like neither of those is a success, but they're not a failure. They both knock through and get that. So what is your intention in this scene, Fior, to do?
I want to create a slippery surface for them to slip and fall.
Gotcha. Okay, so you create the slippery surface, the water comes out of your gourd and slides all along below them, and they all, like, the adrenaline that's going through them is they're trying to attack you. So they're all trying to move towards where you're at and coming for them. And so their legs start moving as soon as the ice is under them. So they've already got that momentum. So none of them fall, but they're doing that like Looney Tunes style like leg cycle where now they have to keep running in order to keep standing. So none of them fell, but none of them are like able to really do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get to do another thing?
Well, yeah. See, this is the sort of conversation that occurs. Anybody can act or react at any time that they want to. It's all about scene building and trying to do that sort of thing. Yeah.
So with Fior, with seeing them like, running and whatever, Fior also takes more water and like creates like a big push thing to push the chest out, to try and like slide the chest out.
Okay, yeah. Give me a roll then.
Creativity?
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 9 again.
Nice. Okay, they weren't expecting that one. They're all trying to get to their feet. And as you build up that sort of snow boulder, they're like, wait, no. And then it just like blasts through the sides of the remaining cart, sort of like completely totaling it and knocking the chest out onto the opposite side from you.
Can anybody else see the chest?
I'm going to say that everyone can see the chest, and definitely what just happened with the snow boulder pushing through the middle of that cart. It's hard to miss.
Can I try to grab the chest?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see, what move would that be?
Let's go with...
Seize a position?
That's what I was going to say. Defend and maneuver. Yeah. Yeah, look at us getting a hang of things.
Woo! That's a 12.
Oh.
I'm not even going to... I will bother with the roll. No, yeah, that's total, like, you mech style move over there and do the, like, cool mech slide and, like, just get in front of the chest. And you now have the option to pick it up if you would so like.
Yeah, she's going to pick up the chest, and then wait for Fior to jump back on her back before she pushes her button to go back to the airship.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, Fior would just immediately do it. Like, as soon as he sees that, goes, peace out, and then just jumps back.
Okay, so I need a defend and maneuver from you as well. And... Ellis, what would you like to do in this scene as well, now that this dude has punched you squarely in the jaw?
So we come to an impasse here because you're all about to zip back up to an airship that Shoza has no way of getting back to, but there is a person who just punched them right in the face directly in front of them. So...
Wait, oh, you didn't put a line on.
Oh, yeah, no way. Absolutely
I thought earlier when you were pointing at the line, you meant your line.
No.
Ah, fuck.
No.
Oh, not even a little bit.
No, not
no. As soon as you have the chest and Fior is up there, I want to essentially knock this dude who punched me off of this barge so that I can run past him and jump onto Junsho.
It's going to be a strike, I think. I'll
Okay.
give that. Yeah. So give me that roll.
And then for strike, we roll passion. Okay.
Glyza, what was your roll, by the way?
It was... which one would you want? Focus or creativity or something else?
It's for a
Defense?
It's for a defend and maneuver. Yeah.
I want to say focus, I guess, because... So
Okay.
it's just...
Makes sense.
7.
7. Okay. And what was yours, Ellis? Sorry.
So I got an 8 plus 2. I got a 10.
Ooh, okay. So the guy goes to give you another punch, and you just, like, juke and then, like, haymaker and knock him off.
I think Shoza does the, like, cool guy, like, grabs his fist, and then, like, in the moment where they, like, lock eyes, Shoza just goes, whoa! And then, like you're throwing a ball, like, tries to, like, throw his fist, and that momentum carries the guy off of the thing. Whoa!
Perfect.
All right. And then just books it to the mech.
You are able to book it to the mech. Glyza, as you're running for the mech, unfortunately, a bolo comes out and whips around your ankles, knocking you to the ground.
Oh, no.
You suffer 1 fatigue. And where are the statuses? Gosh darn it.
Statuses,
Just
there's
had 'em
doomed, impaired, trapped, stunned are the 4 negative statuses.
Yes. You are...
Age 20.
yeah, you're impaired. So mark 1 fatigue. Yeah. Or take -2 to all physical actions.
No, I'll get the fatigue. It's fine.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is all something you can see from the boat.
The whole scene is laid out, easily seeable from the boat. That's correct.
Alrighty then. And Junsho shows you already, and they're all the way up.
Mhm,
Okay.
Yep.
You see Nimbia has already, with her belt thing, has secured herself to the boat. And it's just, oh my god. And you just see her just look at you. Do not worry, I will go get this one that you apparently have an affection for. I have affection different. I did not know anyone else would share this element with me, but okay, here we go. And you're gonna see Nimbia jumps off of the ship gracefully, and lands. And I am going to do an advance. Whoever threw the bolo, was that visible?
Yeah, that was totally visible. It was one of the folks who was still doing the Looney Tunes style run in the caravan. Yes.
Okay, to make this very quick, and also retractable line. All of our lines are retractable. If you use the line, that's we have a whole conversation. So is going to use like I said that. Want me to roll for it, or do you want me to let me know you know what I'm doing?
Please roll with passion.
Yep. That would be a 8.
That's going to be a success. So describe what you do.
I have a thing that's called pummel an engaged foe with quick blows, with disoriented, and you just see that water vapor she's collecting a cloud, and maybe it's because it's Fior or how they work off of each other, and there is concentration of hail that comes from this small cloud to pummel whoever threw the bolo, and then is going to say, "Get the knife off my boat, cut it off your feet, and grab onto me. Now, Fior, we are not going to have a conversation. No cool person stuff. Move."
Okay. And then just cuts it.
And with successfully having gotten the chest, I think we're going to retract the two of you, like the two pairs back up to the ship deck. Yeah. All right. Your group retracts. They were literally not expecting an airship to come out of the sky and jack them. So, like, they throw bolos, they throw rocks, they sling rocks. One of them has an arrow. But as you are able to maneuver back onto the boat and just get everything rigged down, you're able to turn the ship, successfully having gotten the chest back towards the town of Omashu.
Before we cut, it's definitely just Shoza on the back of the ship, just taunting all of them. Just
And right there going, "Sucks to suck." Like to them. Yeah.
And chat pointed it out too, but I think it's in character for Choyu to look over at Fior and just say, "That was the right caravan, right? we this is what."
And I think we're gonna cut for break on that was the right caravan, right? Like cut to commercial break. Yeah. Yeah, so thanks everybody for being here for the first half. We're gonna go to a quick break, a bio break for our folks, and then we'll be back at like 5 to 10, Nikki. Cool. So all right, we'll be back in a second. See you all then. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back from the break. Hope you had a good one. Hope you got nice hydration, maybe a little snack. Maybe you stole a treasure chest. Who knows? I hope you had a good time, whatever it
Hope
was.
it was the
doing
right
that.
one.
I hope it was the right one. We're just gonna throw up. I know we've thrown it up in chat, but I want to verbalize it out loud. So we have a content warning for coming back. We are going to be dealing very shortly with themes of betrayal, romance, and mild party-on-party violence, potentially. So I know those topics can cause things, and we just want to be upfront about what we're bringing to the table. So without further ado, I believe we'll go in on a scene. Sorry, of course, my eye is the most itchy it's ever been in my life at this moment. It's probably the evening after. It is the evening after. There's been celebrations, a lot of hullabaloo about getting the chest and everyone feeling very excited. The caravan was never able to turn around and pick itself back up to even start tracking y'all. And you are once again back over the trees and river that is now flowing beneath you, with the sun beginning to set and casting those beautiful, beautiful sunset colors over the decks of the ship, where we find Choyu and Fior, I think, probably, talking at the bow.
Fior has had a very exciting day, and most of his plans usually do not go as well as this plan did. So he's very
Smash cut to a bunch of like questionable failed plans.
And is like just excitedly was telling Choyu everything that the thoughts. Even though he knows that Choyu has saw everything, there's like a breakdown of what he did. It's like so I jumped, right, and then I used my gourd with the water in it, and I did that, and then like the chest was there. I was so excited because I knew that it would be there, and then there was ice everywhere, and then they all fell, and then I did the thing, and then we went sucks to suck, guys, and then just left, and then I got left behind, and Nimbia, the badass that she is, she totally saved us. It was awesome. You should have been there.
I got to see it all.
All right, you were there. Okay.
Well, I wasn't there, but I was watching. I saw it all. You did very good.
Oh, thank you. I'm really, really excited. I'm really super excited.
About what?
I mean, it's finally time for us to go visit Omashu, and I'm so excited to see, to learn more about you. I think I want to learn more about you.
There's not much to know.
I think there's plenty to know. I want to see, your childhood hangouts and all that. When we do end up visiting my hometown, I'm going to show you like my favorite hangouts, and I want to see like your favorite tea place. I will hang out there, and I want to meet your parents, meet your family. I'm just so excited to like just immerse myself in everything that made you.
And I think Choyu just sighs, and you can tell that it's like kind of hard for them to figure out what to say next. But they say,